Okay, so the first one is the second lowest note of a B flat clarinet. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have each of these be a different pitch digitally. So the first one would be a fourth higher, the second would be unchanged, the third would be a semitone higher, and the fourth one would be a major third lower. I'll tell you why those two are like that later. The next one's the same instrument except that instead of second lowest note, it's now the lowest note. And the same change applies with these ones as well. The next one is the second lowest note of an alto clarinet. And so the first one would be a major third lower and the second one would be unchanged. The same instrument except that it's the lowest note this time. And so with this one, the first one would be unchanged and the second one would be a major third lower. The next one is the second lowest note of a bass clarinet. And so the first one would be unchanged and the second would be a major third lower. The same instrument except now it's the lowest note and the first one would be a major third lower and the second would be unchanged. So here's the last one to four. So this is the second lowest note of a contrabass clarinet. And so the first one would be a fourth higher, the second would be unchanged, the third would be a semitone higher, and the fourth would be a major third lower. And finally, the same instrument except it's from the lowest note. And so the first one would be a fourth higher, the second would be a semitone higher, the third would be unchanged, and the fourth would be a major third lower. So now I'm going to put all these together. So now I have them arranged from highest to lowest with the ones that are either unchanged or a fourth higher, followed by the rest of them. So here goes. Okay, so now, with that being done, you can kind of hear that some of it sounds kind of fake. And so now I'm going to try fixing that. And now you can probably see some changes. So now, here's what that sounds like. So now that's it probably sound more real than before. So the next thing I'm going to do is take the second half, at least the ones that are pitched either a semitone higher or major lower, and change the harmonic series. So I'll be back with that. Now you can only see the second half change, so here's what that sounds like. So yeah, so now you know that with the second half I did actually change the harmonic series, so now it sounds like a different family of instruments instead of clarinets. And now you're probably wondering why I made them either similar to higher or major to lower. Well, here's why. It's because with the open note of saxophone, it would be D flat 5, with the clarinet it would be G4, so with this other instrument, it would be E flat 4. And that's so if you open low to the first overtone, you get D flat 6, D6, and E flat 6. You can kind of see a pattern there. And that's also true as lowest note. For example, with saxophones, its lowest note is B flat 3, with clarinets to be E3, so its other instrument should be C3. So when you blow to its first overtone, you get B flat 4, B4, and C5, also following a pattern. Now instead of doing its lowest note or open note, you did this fingering, and you can see that with a saxophone it would be D4, with the clarinet would be G3, and so its other instrument would be D3. So when you blow the first overtone of each, you get all D5. Another example is this one right here, where with the saxophone it would be G4, and the same thing on clarinet would be C4, and then its other instrument would be G3, and so when you blow to its first overtone, you get G5 each. So if we go back to waveform, here's the fundamental of these instruments. To the first overtone. So now you know why I made it to the lower and a semitone higher. So you're probably wondering what this other instrument is, and that instrument is a future instrument called Nylon that I want to invent in the future one day. I've actually made a few videos of it so far, so if you want to, you can see it. And here's the failed attempts of me trying to get that alto clarinet note to come out, and also some bass clarinet notes. Yeah, luckily not all alto clarinets are like that, just the one that I was playing at that music store earlier. So this right here is the single cycle loop of each of those clarinets, at least the original one. On the left is the B flat, the next one is bass, and then contrabass, and then you have alto. And now you have the waveforms from this lowest note instead, so you can see that it's kind of different. Then over here, this from the second lowest note each I expanded from the original ones. So on the left is E flat clarinet, and the next one is a B flat. Then we have an F alto, but with the B flat clarinet construction. And then we have the E flat alto. Then you have the bass in B flat. Then you have an F contra alto. And then you have the E flat contra alto, B flat contra bass, and then an F octo contra alto, which does not exist, but that's what I have here. And with the same instruments, except that instead of the second lowest note, it's now its lowest note. And the last one is the original alto clarinet recording. So left is the second lowest note and the right is the lowest note.